Hello everyone, I Vidhi welcome you all to RKP online classes. Today in this video I will teach you a beautiful poem, Adventures of Isabel by Ogden Nash. Now before commencing, I would like to acquaint you about the poet. Ogden Nash's full name is Frederick Ogden Nash. He was an American poet. He wrote more than 500 comic verse. He was famous for his humorous poetry. Sometimes he used to misspell the words deliberately just to add a comic effect in his poetry. So this was all about the poet. Now the poem is about a little girl, Isabel. Isabel was a very bold, brave, courageous girl. So now let's read out the poem, what's there. I hope you all are going to enjoy this poem a lot. Isabel met an enormous bear. Enormous means something that is very big or large in size or amount. Now you can see the big bear, the bear. The bear was very big, large in size. Isabel saw that big bear. Isabel didn't care. A big bear was there in front of Isabel. Still, Isabel didn't worry at all. Isabel was very cool and calm. See what a courageous girl she is. A big bear was there in front of Isabel. Still, Isabel was very cool and calm. The bear was hungry. The bear was ravenous. Ravenous means very hungry. Now the bear was really very hungry, as if the bear could not eat from a long period of time. The bear's big mouth was cruel and cavernous. Cruel means something that is something or someone that is unkind. Cavernous means very large and dark. Now the bear opened his mouth to eat Isabel, and it looked very cruel, unkind, because the bear was going to eat little girl Isabel. And when the bear opened his mouth, the mouth was very dark and large. The bear said, Isabel, glad to meet you. Glad means happy. Now the bear was very happy to meet Isabel. Now why was the bear happy? The bear was happy because the bear was hungry. Now the bear could see the food in front of him. So that's why the bear was very happy to meet Isabel. How do, Isabel? Now I'll eat you. Now the bear is saying, how are you, Isabel? And I'm going to eat you now. Isabel didn't worry. Still, Isabel was very cool and calm. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. Scream word is there. Scream means shout, and scurry means to run away with short steps. Now imagine that if there is a bear in front of you, what would you do? Obviously you will shout. So you will shout. Now if bear is there in front of you, you will shout and you will run away from that place. But see how courageous that little girl was. She didn't shout, she didn't run away. She was still there facing that trouble, and she was not worried at all. She washed her hands and she straightened her hair up. Now see, she is doing some strange things. She washed her hands and then she straightened up her hair. Then Isabel quietly ate the bear up. Now see, such a surprising thing. Now what she did, she ate up the bear. In this way, Isabel ate up the bear and she continued her journey, right? Now let's see whom she's going to meet next. Once in a night as black as pitch, means it was a very dark night. Isabel met a wicked old witch. Wicked means evil, and witch means a woman with negative powers. Now, whom she met? She met a witch. The witch's face was cross and wrinkled. Cross means angry. The witch was very angry, and there were wrinkles on her face. Wrinkles means the fine lines which we see. Okay, wrinkles means fine lines on skin. The witch's gums with teeth were sprinkled, means there were few teeth in her mouth and dirty gums were only visible, means she was very horrid. Ho ho, Isabel, the old witch crowed. Crowd means there was a loud shout suddenly. Ho ho, Isabel. But Isabel was cool. Isabel was calm. I'll turn you into an ugly toad. Now the witch, she cursed Isabel that I will turn you into a toad. Toad means frog. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. Isabel was still cool and calm. She was again ready to face another problem which was there in front of her. So she didn't scream. Scream means shout. She didn't shout. She didn't run away from the problem. She faced the problem. She was very cool and very calm. She showed no rage. She was not violent also. She was not angry. She was not violent. And showed no rancor. Rancor means hate or anger that persists for a long period of time. But she turned the witch into milk and drank her. Now see what Isabel has done. She was not worried, right? She faced the problem and suddenly she turned that dirty, ugly witch into milk and then she drank up. Now let's see whom she's going to meet next. Isabel met a hideous giant. Hideous means ugly. Now whom she met? She met an ugly giant. The giant was hairy. Hairy means the body was covered with hair. The giant was horrid. Horrid means awful, dirty, ugly looking. He had one eye in the middle of his forehead. Usually, see, where are our eyes? Here, under our forehead. But that giant, where is the eye of this giant? In the middle of the forehead. Good morning, Isabel. Good morning, Isabel, the giant said. Now the giant wished Isabel good morning. I'll grind your bones to make my bread. Grind means crush. Now the giant is saying to Isabel that I will crush your bones to make my bread. Isabel didn't worry. Still Isabel was very cool and calm. Now again, you see how courageous that little girl was. Again, she is ready to face the new problem that was there in front of her. She was again very cool and calm.